Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Back in my kitchen again, but we're getting my Christmas Thomas ready for a Christmas display. So I thought we'd look at that tonight. I'm going to use a little shuttle to have this shuttle up and down. You can see the window in the background. I can have it in the window. So let's have a look, see who's in the chat tonight. Hi Dinmore, how's it going? Hot Dog Andy, how are you? Anthony, Tom Houston, Flymo. How are you all doing tonight, guys? And anybody else who's there in the background? Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you can all hear me okay. Sorry about last week. I got stuck in traffic, couldn't get home in time to do the... So sorry about that, but we'll make up for it tonight. I think Bernie's going a bit earlier with his live tonight as well. He's starting at 8. So I'll stay on to about 8:30. Might even bring Bernie's stream up on my stream as well, just for a laugh, just see how we get on. Right, so what I'm going to do here, you can see I've already constructed this little wooden section. I've got one piece of track pinned down. I've got to solder on some diodes. So let's lift this out of the way. And we'll get on and do a little bit of soldering. Apologies as well, my internet is playing up tonight, so if I disappear offline, I will try and get back on as soon as I can. I'll move the camera closer in a minute so you can see what I'm doing. I also have to cut one of these pieces of track as well to fit in. Right, so hopefully this should be ready to go because I've had it warming up for the last 10 minutes. My chat appears to have frozen again. Yeah, hang on a minute, guys. My chat is frozen. Let me just bring it back again so I can see who else has popped in. Oh, Union the Growler, how you doing? Peter Jackson. Model Railway, Sean Dino, how you doing, sir? Anybody else that I've missed out on? Oh, Mark Foster McDade, hello, sir. That's my boy. He must be watching me up in his bedroom. If he's on here watching this, it means he wants something. Matthew Whitmore, how you doing? Haven't seen you here before. Jerry BVR. Hope you're all doing well, guys, and Merry Christmas. I've decided to go a little bit festive today. Sorry if I keep looking over there, it's because my laptop's over there with the live stream on it. Right, anyway, let's get the camera down a little bit closer. So, right, so you can see this piece of track. I've already got dropper solder to it. This is the same track I was using last year for this Thomas when it was in front of my fireplace at my last house. So obviously the diodes on this one has come off, so I just need to melt the solder and reconnect that. So I'm going to do that now. And then the diode on the other piece of track completely snapped off, so I have to resolder that. So hopefully this should be a simple job. Just a little bit of heat to it. Now this is G-scale. So what I need to do under that before I do any of that is get handy being in the kitchen. I can just get one of the wooden chopping boards just so I don't. There's an old tablecloth down here, but I don't want that melting into the work surface because I will never hear the end of it. Right. As I was saying, this is G-scale. The rails are a bit thicker on this. This isn't a high wattage soldering iron, so it can take a while for it to build up enough heat to melt the solder. So we'll just leave it pressed on there for a while. It's something I do need to get for, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work on G-scale track in the new year, so I need a heavier duty soldering iron. So while that's the thing, I'll just have a quick look at the chat, make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, as I said, it is G-scale. Hi Valerie, how you doing? Just going back through the chat there to see if I've missed anything. Christopher, how you doing? I didn't start that early, Jerry. It was a couple of minutes. Oh, sorry to hear that, Christopher. I hope you're getting better soon. Hi, Kieran. How you doing? Hope you've got nothing too serious, Christopher. TT 1200. And yeah, this is not. Let me see if I can just put another blob of solder on top of that. No, it's not even. Let me just clean the tip. Of course, my boy's probably watching the live stream to see when I'm finished, so he can come down and make himself something to eat. There we go. You do need to. Right, that's that done. The diode on. So that's going on that way. So I just need to make sure. Oh, it broke off again. Yeah. Right, so obviously I need to make sure I have this in the right position. And I'm putting the diode. Right, so that is going like that. So the diode needs to go, because they've got to be going in the same direction or that won't work. Hi Mark Hemmeldown, how you doing? I must say, Mark, your layout is coming along nicely. I have been trying to catch up on people's videos, but as some of you know, I've just moved house and there's a lot of work to be done. I've started work on converting my loft, but that's going to be a slow process. Then, you know, I can only do an hour here and an hour there. And hopefully now over the Christmas when I got a bit of time off, and I got some people to give me a hand, I can get a good bit of it done. Ready for the plumber to come in and do his bit. So yeah, just putting the diode on this gap. I think I've done 2 videos on these shuttles that I use. These are DC shuttles. This is the same one before, so it's just a case of... So I realised I'm doing this, but I'm not doing it on camera. Let me just move this out of the way. So there's the gap. So I got to put the diode across the gap. Got to make sure, you can see the diode, it's got a white ring around one end. Let's see that. And that is the direction of the current flow, so you've just got to make sure you put it in that direction. Same as the other one, or just the shuttle won't work. I'm going to put a little bit of flux on there. Now I was going to do this for all the windows at the front of the house using the Santa Express and the Coca-Cola trains, and I do have some other shuttles somewhere, but I can't find them, and to be honest I just don't have time to do what I want to do. So I'm doing this one because I already had the track made up and ready to go more or less from last year. So I just thought I'll I always find when you're soldering you just don't have enough hands. And I do have one of those third-hand devices, but who knows where it is. So this is lead solder I'm getting on my breadboard. Hi Bernie, how you doing? So you popped in there, and hi to anyone who's popped in who I haven't seen. Oh, H&A Express, how you doing? Hopefully that'll hold it in place. There we go, it's not the neatest of soldering, but it'll do what I want it to do. Right, let's put that to one side. So, anybody got any questions or anything, pop them in the chat and I'll try and spot them. Hi Robert, how you doing? Robert, I got those trains that you left in the museum. I'm going to have a look at them now over Christmas and see if I can get them working. So thanks for the donation of those. Oh, that didn't actually... That hasn't actually taken. This is one of the things I find when you're trying to solder onto this G-scale track. It just doesn't want to. Let's see how that goes. That to one side. Scrape off the solder. Right, let's put this stuff away. And we'll get the piece of wood back on the bench again. Brenton Junction, hello. I see someone saying hello to you. I haven't seen you. I've had hi Clive, New Lemuroy, how you doing? I've had a few people contact me on various videos the past couple of weeks, you know, asking questions and everything, and I have told them to come along to the live streams, you know, with any questions they have. You know, if I can't answer them, somebody on here will be. So if you're there in the background, you want to ask a question, don't be shy, just pop it in the chat. One of my mods will highlight it to me if I don't see it, and or somebody else in the chat might be able to answer the question. We're usually quite a decent bunch in here. Right, so let's move this so where you can actually see it. Right, so this piece here has to go up this end because that's got the break in it. So I need to cut a piece out of the other piece. If that makes sense. Oh. So, but the break that's in this has to be up that way. Let me just bring this up a little bit. So there's the break in the track there. So that's going up this end. And then the break in the other bit is down that end. Now it only means the train's going to move about 3 feet, but it's only for a window display, shuttling backwards and forwards. It's as much as I can have. There's my daughter Nicola sneaking into the shot. Okay. I'm actually using 25mm number 4 screws to screw the track down. So the fun thing will be, will this work? Alright, so I'm just going to get this into position. There we go. So I need to cut this about... Why is it always in the middle of a sleeper you have to make the cut? Right, so let's take that out. Of course, by doing that, I've pulled it apart again. Get the old Dremel. That was just cutting through the sleeper tie. Just going to cut a bit of it away. Oh. I'll put that back on again. There. Right. Where did I put my safety glasses? Which, of course, I had on when I was doing that. They're in my pocket. And yeah, someone said there, this is G scale. This is for my Christmas Thomas. We're going in the window. That fella there, complete with Santa hat and what was it, holly down his side. It's a Bachmann one, so it's got the freaky moving eyes. Right, Dremel. Right, stand by. It's going to get noisy, everyone. Right. I'm hoping my battery doesn't run out. I'll turn this. One. Right, that's it cut through. My Dremel lasted because I have no idea where the charger for the Dremel is. All I can safely say is it's in a box somewhere. So we'll join those together, make sure there's a gap, which I need to resolder because all that moving around has come off again. Let's just take a nick out of the tie. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of this out of camera shot. Because last year when I had this going, the solder came apart a bit. I had to hold it in place with some blue tack. Because I was in such a position I couldn't lift it up and resolder it. It's come apart again. Right, let's get some, I should have a spare fish plate around. Like, that's the size of the fish plates. This is Pico G-Scale FlexiTrack. Oh, there's already a fish plate on there. I was trying to push a fish plate on over a fish plate. Right, so I got my trusty drills, drill a couple of holes in the sleepers. I'll drill these holes and then I'll have a quick look at the chat and see if there's anything I've missed. So if there's any questions you want to ask, pop them in. Oh, hi Carl, how you doing? David Bell, how you doing? I failed a track inspection. Merry Christmas to you as well, David. Hi to you from South Wales. How far over to the west are you in South Wales? I've got a brother-in-law who lives in Llanelli. How much does this track cost? This G-scale track, now bearing in mind I bought a box which only has 6 lengths in it, and I think it was about 90 quid about 3 or 4 years ago. It is expensive track, but it's very durable, very hard wear, and you could put this down outside and it would probably last 20 years. As I know, we've got Pico track at the railway that has been outside 10, 15 years and it's still perfect. So the G-scale is what they would usually use in garden railways. We use it in Donegal for our railways. A lot of our wagons are built G-scale because the gauge on this is 45mm. So it means we can have 15mm scale as 3-foot narrow gauge. So if you take that as 3 foot, that's every 15mm represents a foot. Hi Digger, how you doing? Track does last for a good while. One of the issues I noticed with one of the layouts in the museum we're having at the moment is because the track is going on for 40 years and the layout gets a lot of use. I mean, it's running at least every day for, say, half an hour or so. You know, we won't have it on when visitors come in to show them. And I've noticed now the rail is actually getting worn down. Placing it because it will be a big job, because obviously it's someone else's work and it's a museum piece, and if I replace the track I'm sort of destroying the original work, so I'm not sure whether it'll just be retired and become a static exhibit. We'll obviously be talking to the family that donated it. Oh, I got a message. Okay, that's a message from a guy called Owen down in Cork, who is, I've seen him on Facebook, and he's printing off pylons. And I seen them and I thought they looked pretty good, so I'm just going to order some of them. He says he's got them printed for me to send on the address, so I may have them for next Thursday to have a look at, but the way post is at the moment, it's not too bad here in Ireland, but I've seen pictures and everything of the way it is with Royal Mail, and it's just, it looks unbelievable at the moment. I was in a Enniskillen direction today, and I seen the nurses out striking at Enniskillen Hospital. It just seems everything is in disarray. Right, a little bit more drilling. I'm just going to drill a hole here to bring these cables through. And then I'll turn it around and we'll show the hooking up of the little circuit board. Ow. As I say, I haven't got any normal videos ready yet. I don't know when I will have. I've got ideas for videos, but I just don't have the time and the facilities. I don't have a layout at the moment till I finish my attic space. So. Yeah, I posted something today in the north to go to Bristol, and it's on a 24-hour delivery, and I just sort of chuckled to myself going, yeah. To be fair now, they didn't say which 24 hours, I suppose. Right, let me just spin this around because I just need to put a spot of solder on that diode again because it's popped off during the movement. Now the track's screwed down. Why won't that? What's it on? I need something to put under it. Right. Oh, great. Right, sorry guys, this isn't great viewing for all of you. I'm trying to do this in my kitchen with a webcam stuck to a tripod. Right, so I'm going to turn this around if I can do it, because this is 8 foot long without knocking anything over. So then I can be outside and you guys can see what I'm doing. Right, I've kind of trapped myself now, so. Right, let's put this away, and I'll explain what I'm doing. It's Bernie texting me. Oh, Bernie says he's going to start his live stream when I finish. Well, I'm going to finish at 8:30, Bernie, whether I finish this or not, so you can get on with your stream, okay? Or, you know, carry on regardless. Right, so as I said, this is a little DC shuttle I'm using to control it. I've done a couple of videos on these. It's a simple little shuttle there. Power in there. Power out to the track. You've seen the cuts I put in the track with the diode across it. This controls the current going in. It goes across the diode, the train stops, it reverses priority. A diode, like being a one-way valve, lets electricity run back. The train then moves back to the next cut, stops, reverses again. And that's very simple, very effective. Use a few of these in the museum on the layouts. Yes, you could make it DCC and everything, but for simplicity, for, you know, when I'm not there to look after everything, that, you know, they can just switch it on and it works. So this is the feed from the track. So I've done my usual convention, black to the back. I remember working with my father, who is a Sparky in the late 80s, early 90s. Your mains cable in your house was black and red. It's now blue and brown. So you used to have black as your neutral and red as your live. So I still sort of kind of half work in that convention. I also work in inches, even though at school, when I was at school here and when I was living in the UK, was taught metric. Like everything was still done in inches, so. I can't find any small screws to attach this to the baseboard, so it's going to be attached with some blue tack. So that's the track. Now, I hope this unit actually works because I just find it sitting in a box. Oh, anybody who was on the last live stream, obviously I wasn't on last week, the week before that, I had that class 37 that wasn't working. I must have just been having an oh whoops moment because I got it out the other day, stuck a power supply on it, and it worked. So it's working fine. See, I have no track to run it around. I hope nobody's put any questions in the comments because I haven't been looking at the comments. Let me just reach across, check the old phone. Oh, hi Leslie, I see you popped in. Anyone else popped in? Hello. Boxcar Jerry, how you doing? So this is just making up two little short leads, the unit, and to put into this connector block. So then I can plug the power supply into that. Then I can use my little bit of blue tack just to stick it to the back of the board. That should keep it there. I remember now, these wires are probably too skinny for these connectors. I might do, if I get time, do a short video tomorrow because I've still got a prize that I won from Jason on Barnabas Junction a couple of weeks back when I was in the middle of moving house, which I haven't actually opened yet. I don't know what it is. So I might just do that, open it up, see what it is. Anybody who isn't I think everybody on here has probably followed Jason, but he's doing a bit of a giveaway to his subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed to his channel and give him a shout out. I'm sure Flymo or somebody can put a link to his channel up. So there's the little circuit board. It's got a couple of LEDs on it to show the direction. So what I'm going to do now is hook up the power, and we'll make sure the lights come on and everything's right. Then we'll put Thomas on it and see what happens. Hi Eagle Creek, how you doing? Again, hello to anybody I've missed. I haven't been really keeping an eye on the chat. One old but effective Hornby power supply. Who remembers these power supplies? I mean, they're not the best, but they're a lot better than some of the stuff that comes out now. Although you still can't beat a Gauge Master DC power supply. Oh, Robert, if you're still there, did you sell those power supplies you had up? Because if you didn't, I'd be interested in getting them. Right, I'll just apply the power. You can see it lights up. So that means it's going one direction. So it should, after a certain amount of time, and you use this variable resistor here, potentiometer, to vary the time. You can see it's changed, 2 reds, so that means it's going the other direction. Yeah, next Tuesday. Yeah, I've noticed these, they give out about 14 volts. McCarville Studios, how you doing? So don't forget to hit the like button for me, guys. Right, so that's... Right, so you can see how it flashes at the back. Now, I will try and turn this around. Tell you what, if I put that on there, see if I unplug this a second, bring the cable around. It's actually easier to move the camera a little bit. So, Thomas needs to go on, what way? Where's the brake? The brake's there, so Thomas needs to go on this way. So, I'm just going to reduce the speed a bit. I'm going to stand down this end. Right. And make sure he's gone over the diode, he's stopped. The lights are showing a green and red, so when it swaps to red, which it has, and off he goes back down. And he stops. So, there we go. Job's a good one. Let's put on his carriages. There we go. Yeah, I'll take the camera off. There you go, and he comes up to the end, stops, and then he waits there a couple of seconds, and he heads back down. And the wagon at the back uncouples. So there you go, guys. There's my little Thomas. I will now, after the stream, put him in the window. Yeah, this is the American one. Hi Rachel, Angel Crew, how you doing? Hi Alan White, how you doing? Oh, the eyes aren't moving. Oh no, they are. Or are they? This is a Bachmann. Obviously it's the American version. Yeah, the eyes are moving. They've got that sort of creepy dead look in Thomas's eyes. If I move the camera down so you can see his eyes moving from side to side. You have a stove in your train room. I have a kitchen in my train room at the minute. Because I don't have a train room. Hi Nick, how you doing? Right, so we can leave Thomas running up and down now. I'll scroll through the chat. So anybody got any questions or anything, pop them in the chat now because I can answer them if I missed them before. So just to go over, this was a little shuttle I fitted with diodes. If you search through my videos, there's at least 2 I've done of this, of a DC shuttle. This is going to be my Christmas display in my window, so anybody walking past the house will be able to see Thomas going up and down in the window. I had planned to do about 3 layouts like this, one with double O gauge for the Santa Express and the Coca-Cola train, but I just haven't had time with moving house. Obviously this is going up for now for Christmas. Hopefully next year I can do more scenics on it, so I can paint the background, put some ballast down, make it look a lot better, put some lights on it and everything. As I say, the other ones I was going to do, I did actually get some DC shuttles. I seen them. They also have light control on them, so you could have signals. So I was interested in trying those to see how they worked, but I just don't have time at the moment. So that'll be nice now for just for Christmas time, running up and down the window. So what I'll do is when I get it set up the window, I'll make a little YouTube short so you can see them in the window going up and down. I don't actually have longer to travel to work. One, because I do a lot of my work from home, and I do a lot of my in Northern Ireland, so depending where I'm going in the north, I could be closer or further away. The DC shuttles obviously are for DC, but you can get DCC shuttles as well. I know Jenny Kirk used one. She done a video on one a long time ago. So if you search through videos, she'll show you one. DCC Concepts do one. I get a lot of my little electronic things like that off of a company called Block Signaling. If you look them up, they do DC shuttles. They do all sorts of DC shuttles. Ones with acceleration, ones with station stops, ones with points control. Which I will be doing one of those. Which has to go on to the layout, the Pedigo layout in wagon 84, but it is just far too cold to go and stand on that wagon. It is -6 outside at the moment, so I'm not going to stand in a wagon at the museum in -6 trying to do something. This shuttle, I got it off a guy I found on Facebook. He no longer does them, but they do a similar one in Block Signaling. They're about £12, I think, something like that. They're not very expensive, just a simple DC shuttle, but for something like this, it's very effective. I've got about 7 of them working in the museum on the various layouts where they just have engines and trains shuttling backwards and forwards. So I say they're very useful, they're very effective. I'm interested to use the one now that I got that also has signal control on it for light signals, to see how that works. I sort of got them ages ago. They're in an envelope somewhere. All my train stuff is just stacked in a room. It's not easy to get at anything. I have to move a load of boxes just to open a box to get something out. It just so happened that I found a shuttle controller sitting in a box. I thought, right, I'll use that. I'll get Thomas up and running. That'll be one thing for Christmas, so I could have at least one train running for Christmas. -10, a -15. Oh, that is cold. I think they expect it to go down to -10 maybe here in parts of the country in Ireland tonight. But it was certainly -6 here last night. We've got the fire going with it. It has a back boiler, so it heats the whole house. Yeah, Rachel, if you're out, thick socks, thick gloves, a couple of hot water bottles. Bring a flask with plenty of hot tea or coffee in it. Oh, you've had some work done as well. That can be good, getting work done while you're poorly as well, Christopher. What sort of temperatures are with you down? You're down in Cavan area, aren't you, Jerry? Yeah, so you see Thomas will quite happily got him down there. And The thing with these is if the diode or whatever comes off or the solder comes apart, the train just stops anyway, so it's not as if it'll just run off the end. Yeah, it's about -4 here at the moment. I think it got down to -6 last night, Jerry. We had a dusting of snow last night as well. So we woke up to that this morning. Yeah, so guys, don't forget to hit the like button for me. I'm going to start signing off now so everyone can get over to Bernie. If somebody can put up a link to Bernie's channel, I think Flymer or somebody put it up earlier on. He's going off to do a live now. And I'll catch up with a lot of you guys over there. So everyone take care, stay warm, stay inside if you can, Rachel. Everyone enjoy themselves. I'll catch you up on Bernie's stream in a few minutes. But take care, everyone. I'll be back next week. If the weather's warmer next week, I might be in the railway doing a bit of work on that layout. But I think it's still forecast to get maybe a bit warmer over the weekend, but get cold again. So if not, I'll be here in my kitchen again doing something. So everyone stay safe, stay warm, and I'll catch you all next week. Thanks, guys.